Hello, welcome to the very first Toybox'd podcast. We are here today with Tristan Finch, aka Movie Reviews 100. Say hey.
Hi,
Man, that was a really great introduction. Would you like them to say anything about yourself before we go into here?
my name is Tristan, and I like movies, and I'm excited to talk about the Oscars.
With that statement you just said, you offended me somehow, so we're going to move on. So, anyway, so if you guys don't know, this is we were originally on the Art Ship podcast. We kind of discontinued that for a long time. And so now it's a Toy Box podcast, and we're going to start fresh. We're going to start anew. We're going to have more people on here. Today, it's just going to be me and Tristan because we decided that we both really wanted to talk about this year's awards season. And so we're just going to really get into that right now. And most of the time, most of these podcasts will have like a show and tell type mentality. So we'll have a few people on and we'll all talk about things like trailers or whatever. But this is kind of going to be a special first episode where we test water. And so I'm hoping to have one of these maybe every week, every bi-weekly maybe if people are busy or whatever. And we have a lot of people set up to be on and to talk about things. So we're getting it all set up. But I think this is going to be a cool first introduction episode. So yeah, Tristan and I both have an obsession with the Oscars that we probably shouldn't because it ultimately doesn't matter. Your favorite movies are your favorite movies of the year or your favorite movies of all time. It doesn't matter what 100 people in the industry think of the movies. It's what you think of the movies that matter. But it is fun to kind of theorize what kind of Hollywood thinks about the movies of the past year and how that whole system works. And so we're going to get into this. So anyway, um, a big reason that people are discussing this and buzzing about this today is because the AFI released their top 10 movies of the year. That usually tends to indicate most of the list of Best Picture nominees. It doesn't usually show all of them. One or two are missing, and a few on the AFI list are gone. But the AFI top 10 list is Black Klansman, Black Panther, Eighth Grade, If Beale Street Could Talk, The Favorite, First Reformed, Mary Poppins Returns, A Quiet Place, and A Star is Born. And the special one, I guess, which means it's the best one of the year, is Roma. So we're going to discuss about that real quick. Tristan, what are some surprises on that list to you?
Well, the biggest surprise for me is the omission of First Man. I thought, like, I know it's losing a lot of steam, but at the same time, I thought it would at least get a mention for the 10 best movies of the year. But the fact that it didn't kind of indicates that not only audiences didn't click with the movie, but the industry didn't either. So I'm curious to see if that ends up popping up in the Oscar nominations. But as of now, it looks like it's really losing a lot of steam. And
Yeah,
same with Vice. Vice wasn't there either, right?
yeah, Vice and First Man are the ones that we're worrying about. That look like they could be really big contenders that are kind of dropping right now, for
Yeah.
sure. Because the Producer Guild Awards also did not feature Vice. I don't know about First Man. I can look that up real quick, but that came out a few days ago too. And so I'm also surprised by that. Another thing that kind of surprised me about the AFI list is the inclusion of A Quiet Place, which I know that's gotten a really, really big pushback from a lot of people, but I still think it's really great. And I know Tristan loves it, but
Yeah,
that would be pretty
that's
cool
great.
if that ended up like making it into bigger categories at the Oscars.
Yeah, I'd really love that. I hope it does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it will, just because there is a big pushback, and I feel like there's only room for a few like major box office mainstream type movies.
Yeah.
And I feel like Black Panther and Mary Poppins, and I guess A Star is Born kind of fill those slots.
Yeah,
But
I've been hearing some people buzz about best original screenplay, but I don't know about that necessarily. I think that'd
there's
be
like
kind of weird.
40 words in that movie.
Yeah, well, and there's a lot that's written that is not, like dialogue that you have to write, and they definitely have to write a lot. But I think a big thing about that movie was the decision for them to have a baby while
Yeah.
the aliens were going on. and I think that's everyone that every like one thing that everyone can kind of agree was like, why did they necessarily do that? And so I think for that alone, it won't get a best screenplay nomination. I would
Yeah,
give it more of a shot if it wasn't for like stuff like that. Well, I
yeah.
mean, and then sorry, you can talk. I'm sorry.
Oh, no
And,
worries. Yeah, it would have made more sense if like they indicated that it was like, less than 9 months. Like the whole invasion started less than 9 months ago, because then she would have been pregnant before the invasion started. But like, weren't they on like day 450
oh
or
yeah, they
something?
totally got pregnant. Also, how did they have the baby?
Yeah, exactly. No,
But
but that was like one of the best parts of the movie.
yeah,
That's terrifying.
yeah. You mean the birth scene?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah, it's
like,
good stuff.
yeah,
Um, I always because I saw it with my dad and we walked out and we both asked the same question, and my dad said that he thinks that in the movie it is kind of them deciding that this alien thing is not going to take a pause on their lives and what they're doing in this moment of time. That if they want to have a child, they're going to have a child. It's almost like it's a pride thing, less than. And since the beginning, that younger child's taken by the monster. They can be like, well, you can't take this away from us, which I think is kind of an interesting way to look at it.
yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking too, especially since like after the beginning where the young child was taken. That's probably, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I get why a lot of people like wanted more clarification.
Yeah, for sure. It's like a minor flaw in what is otherwise an excellent movie. So,
Yeah,
um, anyways, for Best Picture, what would be one movie that you would want on the Best Picture that you think could possibly get nominated, but like you're holding out hope because it's not like a lock?
probably Venom. No, I'm joking. Um,
uh, I would really like if
well,
The Kissing Booth was nominated for
imagine.
Joey King for Best Actress.
Oh my god. Um, other than A Quiet Place, probably Eighth Grade for me. I feel like that could end up slipping in, especially with like stuff like Vice and First Man
Mhm.
losing steam. I feel like Eighth Grade could definitely slip in there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I would love if Eighth Grade got nominated. It's not like a solid "it's gonna happen" thing.
Yeah,
I think it would also be inspiring since Bo Burnham came from YouTube. If he was nominated for Best Picture, like how crazy would that be?
exactly.
Oh
Yeah,
man, it'd
and
be
I
so
feel
cool.
I feel like uh, if First Reform, because First Reformed is starting to lose a bit of steam because the whole Paul Schrader thing.
Oof.
But if that ends up not getting nominated and only Ethan Hawke ends up getting a nomination for that movie, I think that could give uh, Eighth Grade a push because they're
Mhm.
both 824, right?
Yeah. I think if Paul Schrader is completely quiet until award season, we could definitely see First Reformed on that list. It's picking up a little bit of
Yeah,
steam, which I think would be deserved. I liked that movie quite a bit. So
I did too, but it's kind of, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a movie that they'd nominate. But at the same time, it kind of gives me Phantom Thread vibes.
it
Like it's
definitely gives me
that
Phantom
same,
Thread threads.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
same demographic.
Yeah.
That's what I feel for.
A movie I also think would be really cool to put on there would be Mary Poppins Returns. It's getting
Yeah,
some buzz. I think it'd be pretty awesome if it made it in. I think that would be really cool, especially since the
I'm,
first Mary Poppins was nominated for Best Picture. So
yeah, I think we could definitely see it. I just, before I like put it on my predictions, and right now it's number 10 on my list, but before I put it higher, I kind of want to
see it.
see how that, and I
Yeah.
want to see, because like I think there's only been like a couple screenings so far, so like I want to wait till the actual premiere where like audiences see it to see how they react.
Yeah, I've been hearing it's solid. I've been hearing that it's kind of formulaic and it feels kind of like the original Mary Poppins, but it
Oh, see,
does actually recapture the same magic at the same time. And I'm gonna plug Truman Siegel here. He was talking about he was watching a lot of awards consideration
yeah,
podcasts with Rob Marshall, and apparently the Academy members just love Rob Marshall. Like they talk to him and they have a good time and they laugh and stuff, you know.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Rob
like he's an
Marshall's been
awards darling
nominated.
at this point.
Yeah, he's definitely like an Academy like favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually seeing Mary Poppins Thursday.
I'm so jealous. It's my most anticipated movie for the rest of the year.
Wait, more than Spider-Man?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I have a thing with Mary Poppins. It means a lot
Yeah,
to me. So it
but like,
wouldn't even be like, even if I was concerned for it, it would already be my most anticipated because I have to see how they're going to either ruin or influence the thing that I love so much.
yeah,
I
but
love Spider Man too, but sorry.
from what I've seen, like from like letterbox reviews and reactions and stuff, the people who really love Mary Poppins are the ones who really love this movie, and the
Mm-hmm.
people because like I know someone who saw the movie today who hasn't seen the original,
Hmm.
and he said it was really good, but he gave it 3.5. But like people who love the original are giving it like 4.5 and 5 stars.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I
Yeah,
have hope because of Lin Manuel Miranda. I think he's going to do really well.
yeah. I feel like. Do you think it's going to be like one of your favorites of the year?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If it even comes close to recapturing some of the magic of Mary Poppins, I think it will.
Yeah, I think it could make my 10 for sure.
Yeah,
I haven't
I'm.
seen the original in like 10 years though,
Oh,
so
dude, you should. It's one of my favorite movies ever made.
yeah,
That.
I watched it like all the time when I was younger, but
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
haven't seen
Mary
it like really.
Poppins and Spider Verse are like the really big two I'm holding off for
Yeah,
my
from
list.
like
Yeah,
what I'm hearing, Spider Verse is like a masterpiece.
yeah. Well, I'm really into Spider Verse because like I'm an avid comic book reader, and it
Yeah,
finally feels like they actually captured the feeling of actually flipping through a comic book. Like,
yeah, they've never done that on screen before.
yeah, they've gotten close. Like, I know the Sin City movies are kind of that style, and
But that's live action. This is like different.
oh yeah, I think Scott Pilgrim is the closest for sure because I was a
Yeah,
fan of the Scott Pilgrim comics before I saw the movie, and like that was like a perfect adaptation. It's insane how good that movie is,
yeah,
but also it's because Edgar Wright. Anyway, let's go back to the Oscars real quick. Um, so for me, we are looking through all of these, and I wanted to ask you a question, Tristan, because I told Ashitaka this, and I'm pretty sure you're right about this. You're saying that the Annie Awards are doing the best animated feature this year, right?
yeah. Like well, they're not the only ones who are voting on it, but the people who vote for the Annie Awards are voting for animation this year.
Okay, so does that mean that the Annie Award nominations you could just plug into best animated feature?
Sort of, because they're a big fraction of who's going to be voting for that
Yeah.
category.
Well, I totally misjudged that because like I should probably put Early Man on there and take Mirari off, or however you pronounce it.
I don't know though, because Mirai or whatever has been getting like a lot of nominations at like others types of
Yeah,
awards.
it's been getting really good buzz. Like
Yeah,
just from
I think it'll get nominated.
it's from the
It,
director of Wolf Children, which is like one of the best movies ever made. So
they're pushing it like really hard. So
I would love if it got nominated. I
yeah,
think the other four are locks. It's that one that's like Ralph,
yeah.
Incredibles, Spider Verse, Isle of Dogs are locks.
But I can't think of anything that would be nominated if Mirai wasn't, because I don't think Early Man has the buzz. No one's
Yeah.
talking about it.
Well, no one's talking about Early Man, but also the Oscars love Aramon
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
animation.
and
They've
they don't. They've never awarded what's his face Hosama before.
you just offended so many people. What's his face?
Ashitaka's gonna get so mad.
Mhm. He deserves to be nominated because he's a great, talented director.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think he'll get nominated.
Oh,
I have a good feeling about it.
what do you think's going to win animated feature?
Spider Verse.
You do?
Yeah,
I think I still am giving it to Isle of Dogs.
yeah. I think it's between Isle and Spider Verse at this point, which is really interesting because
hmm
like past years, it's always gone to like Disney,
Yeah,
and
this is
this
a year
year,
it's not going to go to Disney because they just released two sequels.
yeah,
Yeah, which I mean, Incredibles 2 is fine. Ralph is great, but
I
Yeah.
got to see Ralph. I really like Incredibles 2, though.
hmm
But yeah, it doesn't deserve to win.
Ralph is a wonderful movie. I think it's getting a little misjudged at this point. I hope the cult grows for it, but like, because I think a lot of people are going to look at that movie and see it as face value as, oh look, Ralph is flossing, but it's a lot more than a meme. It actually is kind of a dissection of how a meme works, which I know sounds kind of pretentious the way I say it, but like you see it, I think you'll understand what I mean.
No, yeah, I get that. Like from what I'm hearing, the people who that movie was targeted towards, like the people who really like the first movie, are loving that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
just the Letterboxd and Twitter crews that are like not liking it.
I mean,
But
a
for the
lot of
most part,
those haven't even like seen it.
yeah, I
If that
know.
makes any sense. Yeah. Um. Yeah, we're looking at. Okay, here's a question I had for you.
Yeah,
Best production design. Do you
like
think?
who do I think's gonna win? Or
No. Do you think Black Panther is going to be nominated for best production design?
let me quickly check my predictions because I don't remember if I had it in there.
Okay. Well, I wanted to go off on a tangent on this real quick because this is
Okay,
something I think it will be nominated, and I think it does not deserve to be nominated. And I'm not on the Black Panther hate train at all. I think it's a good movie, but I think the production design on it is like kind of well. Okay, actually, I kind of take this back. Now that I start, because I'm thinking about it, the world of Black Panther was super cool. There was a lot of really neat set pieces. I think it's more so the visual effects that bother me.
yeah,
Because I just remember the ending of that movie with that giant like CGI rhino, and there's a fight, and that's whenever the movie always starts to kind of lose me.
yeah,
And I think that's what I was thinking with production design, but really, the production design of that movie was cool. But
yeah.
here's the thing that I think is going to be robbed, right? Is Isle of Dogs.
Yeah, it should just like I don't even love Isle of Dogs, and the production design 100% deserves
Is
it.
the best production design maybe ever.
It's pretty amazing.
It's
But
insane.
Beale Street also has like incredible production design.
Oh, you're right. I haven't seen it yet.
Like
I should add that
just,
in there.
just wait, there's like Barry Jenkins was talking about um the like how he hired the production designer, and like this guy would hand carve like things into the wall just to make it look real. Like this guy seems like he's like very passionate about his job, and like
Oh, nice. Uh,
yeah, it's
mm,
pretty amazing.
I'm so incredibly hyped for that movie. I need it right now.
Yeah, I need to see it again, but I feel like it could go way up on my list.
What's a bummer is that like it might not come to me till like January at this
Yeah,
point, you know. So
I feel like that movie right now, like that, the buzz behind it, like it's still in the race for sure, but like it's kind of not getting the buzz that I thought it would. Like,
I think the
I,
closer it
yeah,
comes out, the more buzz it'll get.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But
Mhm.
like even Roma and like The Favorite, they're not even out yet, and they're getting like a ton of buzz. And I feel like those movies, like the group that push those movies at the awards, like the critic circles and stuff, that's the same group that Beale Street would appeal to, but they're focusing more on Roma and
Hmm.
uh, The Favorite.
Yeah, I'm like Beetle Street is definitely my third most anticipated for the rest of the year, behind Poppins and Spider Verse. I think it looks incredible.
It's
And
amazing. Yeah,
after that, Roma, because I love Alfonso Cuarón, and I think he looks like he's doing something great with that. And then the favorite, based on purely buzz alone.
yeah. I feel like I really would have liked Roma if I didn't sleep through like 30 minutes of it.
Okay, I
So
feel.
I gotta watch it again.
All
I
right,
don't really count that I even saw it. So
that's fair. Yeah, my local independent theater is playing it on the big screen for a week. It's going to be one of the few theaters that does that, so I'm definitely going to go out and support that because that's pretty
yeah,
cool. So because it's going to be weird, but I'm probably not going to like watch it on Netflix at first. I'm going to wait until I can see it at the indie theater. So
yeah. It's kind of a movie that
mhm.
like you can watch it at home, but the sound design and like the visuals are very like they're made to be seen on the big screen. So
Yeah, I was watching the what the flick episode, of
Oh yeah,
the when they review Roma, you know.
did they love
And
it?
yeah, they loved it. Yeah, Chrissy gave it a 10. I mean, they loved it.
Oh
Um,
dang.
but Alfonso was saying that he believed that it was a movie that you had to put your undivided attention to in order for its effect to work. So he
Yeah,
said that he thinks it's kind of problematic that it's on Netflix because usually you put a Netflix movie on and you fold laundry or something, and that's not the way to watch Roma because you'll miss a lot of it.
but I also heard that he put it on Netflix because the movie is about like a struggling family, and he wanted low income families to be able to watch it because like not everyone can go out to a theater, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, which is really
That's why
cool.
he put it on Netflix apparently.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, no, no. I totally get the choice. It's just
Yeah,
it also if I can go out and see it, I'm going to go out and see it in theaters because I think it will be a good one to see. I missed
yeah,
Can You Ever Forgive Me? So
yeah, dude, you're gonna really like that movie. I
yeah,
have a feeling.
um, yeah. Actually, no, it's still at the Moxie, but I'm going to see Wildlife tomorrow instead.
Okay, Wildlife you're gonna love. I can't wait to hear
Oh
what you
man,
think
yeah.
about it.
The only
It's so
negative
good.
thing I've heard about Wildlife is from YMS, so I think we're
Yeah,
fine.
I'm kind of shocked that Wildlife. Like, if there's one movie I'm shocked that's not getting buzz, it's that movie.
Yeah, I don't. Is it just too small? Is it not
No,
marketed
it's
enough?
like it feels like an awards movie. Like like it's very awards friendly.
Hmm.
It's like a period piece. It's got those big performances. Like Carey Mulligan's performance is like that's the type of performance that the
Mhm.
Academy usually awards.
I've heard
So
she's
I'm
amazing in it.
yeah, yeah, she's amazing. I'm
Yeah.
shocked it's not getting any buzz.
Hmm.
I think the reason is because IFC they're the ones who picked it up, right?
Oh, really? But
Yeah,
wasn't
IFC
Boyhood
aren't giving it
IFC
a
too?
push.
Yeah, Boyhood was
But
IFC, right?
yeah, but for some reason IFC aren't. I guess right now they don't have the money and
Hmm.
they're not giving it a push. Like it doesn't even have a 4 year consideration page.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
Huh.
and they didn't really push Boyhood that much either. But like Boyhood had all that buzz, and it had the fact that like it's a revolutionary movie that
Mhm.
like nothing before was like that, and
Yeah.
Wildlife is a little more familiar, so it's getting lost in the shuffle.
Hmm. Yeah, a movie I wish we could see in more categories is Beautiful Boy, which is a movie that I loved.
Yeah,
And
it's growing on me a lot.
yeah, but the thing is that I totally understand its mixed reaction. Like I get it. I feel
Yeah,
like things are done in that movie with the way they use music and the way they slow motion stuff. You know, slow motion stuff. It's dumb, but it doesn't definitely feels emotionally manipulative in several ways. But it worked for me, so like that's all I can really say about it.
yeah.
And if it
I
works, it works.
I feel like it's it kind of feels like a European movie because like this is his first American like American language movie, right?
Hmm.
English language, and I feel like a lot of like types of like filmmaking tactics that you see in like French films and stuff, they were converted to like this film, but it just didn't work as well in English. I don't know.
Hmm. No, I understand what you're saying though. That makes total
Yeah.
sense. But it actually kind of reminded me of Forrest Gump, which I know is kind of weird.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
because it was kind of like this capture of this kid, and he was coming of age, and it kept throwing back the moments of his childhood, and then moments where he was older, and I think its use of music as well, very on the nose music, but like also kind of fit the mood and the environment of it. You know, I
I
don't know.
love the
It gave
soundtrack.
me Forrest Gump vibes. So I think I'm the only person who's ever said that in life. So
No, I get where you're coming from
yeah.
actually.
So, what movies do you think are absolute locks for Best Picture? Like movies that if they were not nominated, you would like gasp.
At this point, I feel like there's only really three, and for me, that's A Star Is Born, Green Book, and Roma.
Okay, yeah. It's the same for me. Those three are like Green Book came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Yeah, no one expected it to like even be a player, and now it's like one of the biggest contenders.
It was very bizarre. How
Yeah,
wide is that movie? Right now, by the way,
pardon?
how wide is that movie? Like
It's like at every theater,
it's
like where I am.
nowhere around me. Not in
How is
one theater.
wildlife near you?
I
Not
don't know.
wildlife isn't playing in Canada at all.
Dude, we had Suspiria, and we're getting Suspiria again, and we have not gotten Green Book.
But Suspiria was wide, wasn't it?
It was limited.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was limited run. Well, it is weird because like I work at a movie theater, but we are definitely catered to the family, more conservative, demographic, because that's kind
yeah.
of where our theater is at. And so like we didn't even get Black Klansman at my theater.
Dang.
Yeah, but we got Death of a Nation.
What?
Yeah, it was the only theater around the area that had Death of a Nation, so we got really interesting people come in.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like we got a guy that came in and he was wearing a tank top with an America t-shirt and a Making America Great Again hat. Yeah. I probably laughed.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
I forgot Death of a Nation was even a thing.
Yeah. What if that got nominated for Best Documentary?
I'd laugh so hard.
Oh, people would be so mad.
Oh, speaking of Best Documentary, that's an interesting
Oh
category
yeah.
this year.
It's probably the most heated Best Documentary
Ever.
race of all time.
I
I'm like
know.
really invested in it this year.
I'm more invested in the documentary category than the picture category.
Same, because Won't You Be My Neighbor is still my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, and Shirkers is in there. That's
Yeah,
one of my
Shirkers
favorites.
is amazing. I didn't like Three Identical Strangers, but a lot of people do. So
I love that movie.
yeah,
And then RBG is really good.
yeah,
Like
I haven't seen that
I like
yet.
all these movies.
What was Minding the Gap was one I've been hearing about too.
Yeah, I'm hearing it's like a skateboard documentary, and it kind of goes along with like the
Skate
mid
Kitchen and
'90s
mid
and skate
'90s.
kitchen.
Yeah, cool. Um, what was the other one though that they were talking? Oh yeah, Free Solo.
Oh, Free Solo, I might see Thursday.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's actually at that independent theater that's playing Wildlife right now too.
Yeah, Free Solo is another one I'm hearing you should see on the big screen because it's like
Yeah,
it's not like a typical documentary. It's shot like you need to be right there and like see it on a big screen.
Yeah, the indie theater right next to my college right now is playing Can You Ever Forgive Me, Beautiful Boy, Boy Erased, Wildlife, and Free Solo. So like they're doing a lot of
like a triple feature: Wildlife, Can You Ever Forgive Me, and Free Solo.
Oh, and you know the mom character in Boy Erased?
Yeah.
The woman that's based off of actually did a Q&A at that theater like
really?
a week ago.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, I was working, but that would have been kind of interesting to go see it.
Oh, yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if that means they're kind of around this area, but it wouldn't surprise me, honestly. Do you know where they're from? Like, you saw the movie, right?
Yeah, it was somewhere around there, but I forgot.
Yeah. Was it in Missouri?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Like maybe Arkansas, Kansas area?
Yeah, I think might have been Arkansas. Let me check. Let's see. Oh, Boy Erased is one that I'm really shocked kind of just fell down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That and Beautiful Boy, like they were two of the biggest contenders at the beginning of the year, and now they just kind of.
That's but I know you watched Scott the For Your Consideration show, right?
Yeah, I love it.
They talked about how I think Scott Mance talked about how Academy voters were probably confused on which one was which.
Yeah,
because the names are so similar.
That actually might be true.
It makes a lot of sense. Oh, okay. Here's a question I want to ask you, right?
Yeah.
Because this is a hot take that I have. So, Best Supporting Actor, I think there's 4 locks, and the one for 5 is going to be very interesting. So, I think the 4 that are automatically going to be there is Marshall Ali, which I think will probably win at this point, Timothée Chalamet, Sam Elliott, and Richard E. Grant, right?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking for number 5, they're going to try Michael B. Jordan for Black Panther.
Yeah, I could see that happening if Sam Rockwell doesn't pan out.
Yeah, well, didn't you say that Sam Rockwell had like 15 minutes of screen time, anyways?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I hear that he's barely in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, unless that is like an outstanding performance for 15 minutes.
Yeah, Michelle Williams only had like 12 or something
Did
like
she?
that.
I thought
Yeah,
she
I
had a
think
lot
so.
more. She was a lot more prevalent in that movie.
Was she? Maybe it was someone else I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Are you
Oh,
talking about
Mahershala Ali. That's who it was.
who?
In Moonlight, Mahershala Ali only had like 15 minutes of screen time.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
It's been too long at this point.
he was barely in that movie, but he still made such an impact.
Yeah, he did. Well, I'm thinking about Anne Hathaway in Les Mis, which
Oh yeah,
like she
she's
stole
only.
that performance that year. That movie was that performance was so good. That movie was too. But man,
Did she win?
yeah, she won.
Oh,
I,
did she?
oh yeah, she took that race. It was like
Yeah,
J.K. Simmons take.
she deserved it. She was amazing.
She was amazing in that movie.
She's a great actress. She's
Mhm.
kind of underrated.
Yeah, I think so too. And best actor, I also believe it's the same way. So here, I think are the locks, right? Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born, which I think right now is going to take it.
I think he's like J.K. Simmons.
Really?
Like, yeah, I feel like there's no way anyone's gonna even come close.
I would Vigo Mort. I think Vigo Mortensen can't pronounce things for Green Book would have more of a shot if it wasn't for his press junket interview. That was bad.
Yeah,
So what I'm going to give against Bradley Cooper is Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody is his biggest competition right now. I think he might, off chance that he takes it, and then Christian Bale for Vice. So I think there's
yeah,
another number 5 slot where someone can sneak in there. I think if Paul Schrader keeps his mouth shut, Ethan Hawke will get a nomination.
yeah. Well, I think if Paul Schrader keeps his mouth shut the whole movie, and like the movie can get a nomination, the screenplay can get a nomination
Mm-hmm.
too.
Yeah,
I don't think it's just like I don't think he's going to be the only nomination. I feel
it'll
like
be.
that movie could get quite a few awards.
Well, the reason we wanted to discuss this is because it's so interesting and up in the air. Usually, you've got them all figured out, and these
Yeah,
are more of a puzzle. Like, and maybe that's because we're doing this December 4th,
yeah,
and a lot of these movies haven't completely come out yet.
exactly.
I'm really hoping First Man picks up more.
I think it'll sneak in there, and it'll probably get quite a few noms. It just won't win anything.
Yeah. Oh, I think it'll win like editing, mixing, sound, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
effects. It should win
Oh,
effects. If Infinity War beats that for effects, I'm going to be mad.
I okay. I've got a strange theory, but I think Annihilation will win effects.
Oh, that could actually totally be a like. Yeah, I can totally see that happening. I didn't even
Yeah,
think about that until you brought it up, but yeah, I can totally see that happening.
yeah. Like I think it'll pull an Ex Machina and just send
It's
a.
the same director.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and like I don't love Annihilation, but the ending of that movie is amazing, and the
Yeah, and
effects in
visually
that
it's
is
amazing,
yeah, yeah, for sure.
especially considering the budget. Like it was pretty low budget.
Yeah, yeah, I can. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I actually think that could totally end up pulling best visual effects. And I'm not an Infinity War hater. I just don't think the effects in it are very good.
Yeah, I think it should be nominated, but I don't think it
I don't
should
even think it
get
should be
nominated.
nominated, but like, well, maybe
Yeah,
I'm being too harsh.
considering the scale that it was on, and
Yeah.
some of those action sequences were pretty amazing.
Well, I mean, it looks nice, but like I'm talking about like the CGI characters themselves. I'm always just like,
Oh
I
yeah,
know that's a computer graphic that's standing there. It's not real.
yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Um. Okay. For I think an interesting one's going to be best original screenplay
Oh yeah,
because so we got The Favorite, we got Roma, and we got Green Book, right?
yeah.
Pretty sure all those are going to be there.
Those are locks for sure.
Yeah. So Vice we thought was a lock until it started getting mixed buzz,
Yeah,
and then you got an open slot. In that
I
open
yeah
slot, we can either see First Reformed or Eighth Grade going in.
yeah.
Yeah, I
I think if Vice drops out, I think both of them
I do
will
too. I do
be
too for
really
sure.
strong contenders to
Hmm.
be nominated.
Yeah, I think if Vice gets nominated, then they'll choose First Reformed because it feels like a very more written movie than Eighth Grade does.
Yeah,
Not necessarily
Um,
that's
yeah,
better, but
yeah. I think if Ethan Hawke gets nominated for actor, though, there's a possibility they'll split it, and eighth grade will get screenplay.
oh, I can see that too. I feel like that they're going to want to get Bo Burnham and Elsie Fisher there
Yeah,
because they kind of have this buzz on them right now.
yeah,
And here's the thing: Academy Awards last year had a record number low attendance of people who tuned in,
mhm,
which it was still a high number. Of course, it's the Academy Awards, but you could definitely tell that interest is dropping from the awards ceremony. And a big reason for that is because a lot of the movies that they're nominating aren't necessarily mainstream movies that people care about,
yeah,
which is kind of why they tried to get like a new host. Like they just announced Kevin Hart was going to host, and that makes total sense.
exactly.
And yeah, and then they try to get like people in like the Avengers, and they nominate a person, but they're on for 5 minutes, and
Yeah,
so people saying that like I think Black Panther is a lock for that reason alone because I think more people will tune in if a Marvel movie is nominated for Best Picture. But I also
yeah,
think that's a reason to watch out for Mary Poppins.
yeah. I feel like with Black Panther gaining steam, Mary Poppins is also gaining steam as well because
Mm-hmm.
they want people to tune in. But at the same time, I feel like the reason why people aren't tuning in isn't completely because they're not nominating films that are really popular. I feel like it's because people are canceling cable.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
If like they, I don't
Well,
understand why they just don't like put it on YouTube as well and get people to stream it.
well, okay. So this might sound ignorant, real quick. If you guys don't know, Tristan lives in Canada. So do you guys have cable in Canada? Like, is that how it works there too?
Yeah, like we have cable, but so a lot of people are canceling it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, same with us, but cable doesn't necessarily mean that like because I don't have cable anymore, but
Yeah,
we get 12 stations
but that's
without
basic cable,
cable.
isn't it?
No, no, you get 12 stations without cable. With cable, you get like 60 something.
Oh,
One of the
I
12.
don't like have any stations.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, well, I do because we have like a satellite box, and that's how we watch. But
yeah.
like we canceled cable, so
Mhm.
like we don't have any stations from that box. If
Yeah,
that makes
well,
sense.
how it works is like you can get your cable subscription, but once you cancel it, you have no channels, but you can pick up channels from a satellite. And the channels you pick up on a satellite are like NBC, CBS, ABC. And normally Oscars are an ABC thing. Therefore, you don't really need to have cable in order to watch it.
Oh, yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
I just thought about like I thought that was an interesting thing. But people are just generally watching TV live less.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if they put the option out there where you could stream it online,
Oh, I think it would
more
do well
people,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
they
Mm-hmm.
don't need the popular category. All they need to do is like make it available for streaming, and then their numbers will like shoot up.
Yeah. Let's talk about that popular category real quick.
Yeah,
Do you think they'll come to fruition in 2020?
no, I don't think
I
so.
don't
And
think so either.
especially if their ratings do go up, and if Black Panther and Mary Poppins are nominated, I don't think
Yeah.
popular category will.
Here is
Yeah,
because we had some actors do public outcry about that decision, right?
yeah,
But I think a big thing. This is what I feel like happened, right? You're at the Oscar meeting room, and dude's like, "All right, we're going to do best popular category, so people will actually watch our show, right?" And so they're like, "All right, that's cool." So they start writing down all the big blockbusters of the year, and they're like, "Let's vote that one and that one and that one." And so then they're like, "All right, let's collect our votes for best picture." And they collect their votes, and they realize, wait a minute, Black Panther is like on all of these, and it's on best popular film. What do we do?
yeah,
And then they
exactly.
go, well, let's wait till next year. That's what it feels like they went. Oh, we don't know how to handle that yet.
And the thing is, like, what's a popular film? Like, would A Star Is Born be considered a popular
Yeah,
film?
absolutely. If it was made by like a big budget, yeah.
Yeah, so like half the this year's nominees would be uh, popular film because you'd have Black Panther, Mary Poppins, A Star Is Born, A Quiet Place, and then maybe Infinity War or Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah. Well, you see, here's the thing about it is you look at the Oscars in the past, and they used to nominate things like Star Wars and Raiders of the Lost Ark and E.T. whenever they would come out, and they'd always end up being upset by a Gandhi or a Chariots of Fire that was not nearly as influential as the other ones were.
Yeah,
But those movies don't necessarily get nominated today, like at all. Like, I mean, rarely. Like Avatar was a really big example of something that got nominated that was kind of a revelation.
yeah.
But I
Mad
feel
Max, I guess, kind of.
what Mad Max,
Mad Max.
Mad Max for certain is in that category too.
Maybe The Martian.
Uh, I think The
Sorta.
Martian has enough pedigree to it that would make sense.
It does, but it was like pretty massive. Like it made
Yeah.
50 million, and
Oh,
it's
it was
like,
a genre film for sure.
yeah,
Same way with like Get Out and The Shape of Water. Like genre
yeah,
films are coming back into the Oscars, which is great.
yeah.
But I think what the Oscars needs to realize is, and I've said this for a while, is that I feel like the Oscars have a pedigree where they have to nominate important films.
Hmm.
Therefore, they have movies like The Post and Darkest Hour, and they're movies that aren't the 10 best movies of the year. Yet they feel like they need to clarify themselves because they're about the era that we're living in.
Yeah,
And I think that doesn't always like. I think 20 years from now, if we look at 2017 in general, like even though I didn't love like The Big Sick, people are going to remember that movie more than they remembered The Post. You know what I mean?
yeah. Darkest Hour and The Post. Like I feel like last year they nailed it pretty much. Like
Yeah, for sure.
7 of those deserve to be there,
Hmm.
and then you could take off Darkest Hour and The Post and put like The Florida Project or
Yes,
Blade Runner or something like
yes,
that.
yes, for sure. And like I didn't even like love Three Billboards as much as a lot of people did. Like I liked it, but like
Yeah,
that certainly deserved to be on there. It's one of the most discussed and talked about movies of the entire year.
yeah, and it's one that I feel like will be remembered
Oh
10 years.
yeah, and that also completely reflected attitudes in 2017.
Oh yeah, that
Like one
that
hundred
movie
percent.
is so of the time, and
Yeah,
it'll probably be dated pretty soon.
I don't think so. I think that's what Ashitaka, our friend, and I were discussing the other day about how we felt like the new Wreck-It Ralph was going to be timeless, even though it references today's culture over and over again, because it's not just standing there and pointing at a social media trend and being like, "Oh, look, it's Twitter, haha." It's an actual story that's wrapped around our time.
Yeah, that's true. Kind of like Juno. Juno was very of that time,
Yeah, or
but
Back
like
to the
you can
Future,
still watch it and it holds up perfectly today.
or Back to the Future. Like Back to the Future doesn't work if it's not in the '80s,
Yeah,
but also it completely holds up as a movie. Like it's timeless, you know.
exactly.
Hmm. And so, like, Emoji Movie isn't going to hold up at all because the
Yeah,
entire humor of that movie is just internet trends.
yeah, that movie's just consumerism. There's nothing to it.
Hmm. But that's also like why Eighth Grade is going to hold up so significantly well,
Yeah.
and why The Social Network is going to hold up so significantly well.
Oh man, The Social Network should have won Best Picture.
I,
Or
Toy Story 3 came out that year,
yeah, that's true. I'm
but
thinking like I still would have given it to Social Network, but I would have been
yeah,
happy with
that's fair.
Inception or Toy Story 3.
I never saw the King's Speech, so I don't know.
It's good. It's
Yeah,
really well acted, and he deserved to win for actor.
that's
But
what I've
like,
heard.
I feel like that's more of a performance movie than an actual like all rounder.
Yeah, I feel like the 2011, like I remember the Artist one,
Yeah.
and I was
How
like,
did Hugo not win?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because they were both about the love of movies, and one of them was significantly better than the other one.
Hugo's like so good.
It is
It's so
great.
much better.
The first movie that that was my wanting to win Best Picture, and it won since I've been like following these, happened last year with The Shape of Water. It's been the only one.
It's never happened to me yet.
Oh,
So. Yeah, I'm waiting.
Man, I was so hyped whenever The Shape of Water won. Like I was throwing things. Yeah, because I remember the year before they said La La Land won, and I was like, oh yes, finally,
Yeah,
that's
same.
the one I wanted. And then they're like, okay, never mind. And I was like,
But then again, like I was okay. Like
no
in the
disrespect
moment,
to
I was
Moonlight.
upset, but
yeah, no disrespect to Moonlight. It's a really good movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
Moonlight's really good.
So sad. That movie crushes my heart.
It's really sad.
Yeah, that's like, because for me, I always feel like there's like the 4 movies that I'm like, yeah, these deserve to be there. They're artistic pieces, and then the other ones I'm like, that's fine that you're here, I guess. And Moonlight was definitely in the 4 upper.
Yeah, for me that year, I think I had like 5 that I was really because I'm big on Hacksaw Ridge.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's pretty good. I know we have friends who hate that movie. I don't feel any way particularly towards for it or against it.
I will defend that movie to my grave. I love it so much.
I feel
It's weird because like that's not a movie that like I typically love. Like I'm not a big war film guy, but
Mhm.
that movie kind of reminds me of Forrest Gump in a way.
No, I actually get that too. It's because they're
Yeah,
both movies Film Buff doesn't like.
I know, right?
What if like a Ghost Story got nominated last year? How weird that would have been.
I wouldn't even be upset. That would be pretty amazing.
That'd be pretty cool because it's so weird.
Yeah. What if like Madeline's Madeline is nominated out of nowhere?
What if Pete's Dragon is nominated because they realized no one talked about it 2 years
so
ago?
good.
Do you remember? Okay, Tristan and I have been talking for like years. Remember in 2016 when I was predicting that Jungle Book was going to be nominated for the entire year?
Yes. Oh my god. Me and Film Buff made fun of you so bad for that.
And guess what didn't happen?
Yeah. But I get where you're coming from. Like I think The Lion King has a shot for next year.
If The Lion King is a blown out masterpiece, I think it could certainly.
And from the hype that it has already, I feel like it could have a big push.
I don't know if we've discussed this. What are your feelings on it?
I have not seen the trailer.
Oh, you haven't?
Not yet.
We might have to watch that after we finish the podcast. But
yeah, I don't know why. I was going to one day, and then I just decided to watch the Dumbo trailer 10 more times.
That's fair. Well, because you're not the hugest Lion King fan anyways, if I remember right.
Well, I haven't seen it in a really long time.
Oh, okay.
So cool. I would be now.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite movies ever. And, yeah, watching the trailer, I think it looks astoundingly beautiful. I mean, it's photorealistic animals and the way they're able to make them, and at the same time kind of give them expressive emotion, like in the Jungle Book. Like that's super cool. And like my favorite shot is that if you remember enough in The Lion King, there's a shot where Rafiki he tears the grass and he like takes the powder from it and wipes it on Simba's forehead. Like in the live action, like it tears apart into this red powder that almost reminded me of something out of The Last Jedi or Mad Max, and like the scale.
Cool.
It was super neat. And like that shot out of the entire thing, even him holding it up, is what made the most impression on me. Now, in general, I'm kind of mixed on it. Personally, I don't know why it needs to exist. Number one, except for the fact that Disney's going to make $2 billion off of this movie, you know, and I think it'll be entertaining. I think it'll be very good. But
it's going to make a ton of money.
It's going to make a ton of money.
It's going to be like I think top 10 of all time.
Yeah, for sure. But it's the original. It's the same thing with the Beauty and the Beast movie. The original is so good on so many different levels that why do like all we're going to do is compare it to the original one.
Yeah.
And also another debate. I'm thinking about making an entire video essay on this at some point when I have the chance. I hate that people are calling this a live action remake.
Yeah, it's not live action.
It's not live action. There's not a single thing about it that's live action.
Well, is it like are the shots live action and then they're just
I think most of that's green screen.
Oh, then why is it called live action?
I think because some of the platforms are real.
But I guess I don't know.
Yeah, but in that case, like I don't remember that movie Hop.
Yeah,
with Russell Brand. You know those scenes where they take James Marsden to the cartoon world?
I have not seen it.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Okay. You saved an hour and a half of your life. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
But that's like considering that live action. like those segments. Like the movie itself has animated bits and live action bits, right?
Yeah.
But like the bits where James Marsden is in the animated world, that doesn't automatically make it a live action movie.
I can't believe we're in 2018 and we're discussing Hop.
Yes.
This is amazing.
Hop is actually Illumination's worst movie, if that tells you anything. Like by an hour.
Hop is Illumination?
Yeah, it's Illumination.
Oh, now I gotta see it.
It's the movie they did right after Despicable Me.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Let me check.
Yeah, I was a big Illumination fan up until a certain point. I still haven't seen The Grinch, which is kind of a shame.
You might like it.
I think I probably will enjoy it.
It was cute.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited for it. I've just been waiting for my family to go see it because they want to go see it.
It's not one that you really need to see in theaters. Like,
I can see it for free. So.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. I saw the Lorax in theaters. The Lorax was actually my most hyped thing ever whenever it came. And that wasn't great.
I kind of liked it.
I mean, at the time, I was like trying to tell myself that I really liked it.
Yeah.
But now looking back, I was like, nah.
It's like, it's not good, but it's entertaining.
Dude, the music in that movie is the worst. I hate it with every fiber of my being. Oh, speaking of that, best original songs at the Oscars. What do you think is going to be nominated?
Okay, so I've talked about this like a lot, and I think it would be hilarious if it happened. But I think that Sway Lee and Post Malone are going to get nominated for the Spider-Man stuff.
If that happens, I'm going to cry. Oh my word.
I don't know if I'm going to cry of tears or cry of happiness, because I think that would be pretty hilarious if it...
Can you imagine Post Malone going up on the Oscar stage?
Singing at the Oscars. That's going to be so funny.
Oh, man.
And I think it could happen. It's got a good shot. Like, the song is doing really well on the radio.
Well, okay, Kanye West talked politics with our president this year, so literally anything could happen.
Exactly. And like, I don't like the song at all, but it's super catchy and it's stuck in my head.
What if Thank You Next was nominated for Best Original?
What if the music video was nominated for Best Picture?
It deserves it.
What if the music video was this year's Oscar tribute video?
No, I just imagine, what if they did the in memoriam section of the Oscars and they switched CDs on accident? So the woman starts performing and it goes on its air.
Oh my god, that would be so bad. Imagine.
Oh, that would be the best thing that ever happened.
That would be so good.
Anyways, best original song. So, All the Stars, right, from Black Panther.
Do you think All the Stars or Pray For Me will be nominated?
All the Stars is what got the buzz.
But Pray For Me did better on the radio.
Did it? I don't listen to the radio.
It charted at like number 6 or something.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, but I don't like The Weeknd, so I'm going to predict all the stuff.
Oh, wait. Oh, The Weeknd's been nominated before, though, haven't they? For
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. No, they could totally... Yeah, then it could be that.
If The Weeknd got nominated for 50 Shades of Grey, Sunflower is going to happen. I bet you that Post Malone's going to get nominated for Sunflower.
A Star is Born's probably going to get 2, I think.
Yeah, Always Remember Us This Way and...
you mean... I'll Never Love Again?
I hope that's nominated, but I'll never...
I think I'll Never Love Again is going to be the other one nominated and possibly win, because that's the reason that movie works so well.
I mix up the song names, so I'm not sure which one I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about the one at the end with Lady Gaga sings?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's I'll Never Love Again, that's the title of the song.
Oh, what's the one I'm talking about?
I don't know. I literally don't remember any other song in that movie but those two.
I hope that song where Lady Gaga's like, "Why you come around with a butt like that" on the SNL. Remember that? I hope she gets nominated. That would be so good.
What if the Chippendale Rescue Rangers theme song?
Oh my god.
No, what if they're like, man, remember me from Coco was so good, we're nominating it again.
In all 5 slots.
Oscar nominees for Best Picture. Remember me, Coco.
And then it doesn't win, and instead they give it to the Post Malone song. Okay, I need to find my original song predictions. What else do you think is going to get nominated?
For song?
Yeah.
Yeah, those two, All the Stars.
Oh, Mary Poppins.
Yeah, whatever Poppins song. We haven't heard them yet.
I forgot what it was called.
Well, there's like there's like 2 of them that are out right now. But Lin-Manuel Miranda on Twitter said, "Do not watch these until you see the movie." And I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to the guy who made Hamilton. So I have it.
That's what I'm doing too. I'm waiting.
But yeah. But that's going to be really interesting music that they play at the Oscars. I think that'll bring in a big draw. A Star is Born and Mary Poppins songs being played, and Black Panther songs being played.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think maybe Troye Sivan for Boy Race.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
maybe
yeah, that song is actually pretty
good.
On
the Basis of Sex.
What?
Maybe Kesha for On the Basis of Sex.
Oh, is it a good song? Have you heard it?
No, but apparently, like, it's getting a strong push, and it's on all these nominations.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What if, like, something crazy happened and in Best Picture, like, nominated for Best Picture, Christopher Robin?
That would be so good.
I would be so happy. I'd be so happy.
I can just imagine.
You know what I would hate?
What?
If Bohemian Rhapsody was nominated for Best Picture.
I don't think it has a chance.
Okay, hopefully. That is like my Greatest Showman of this year.
Money. Like, that movie's a juggernaut at the box office.
It is. And you guys can like your movie.
I like that movie a lot.
I feel like it's the same. It's the Star is Born again. It's like I don't get it, but like whatever.
It's not as good.
What?
It's not as good as A Star is Born.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not at all.
Like, A Star is Born is a lot. Like, it's way better directed, and like it's got a lot more heart and like depth to it.
Yeah, I was very much mixed on A Star is Born right when I walked out, but the more and more I thought about it, the more and more it grew on me.
Yeah.
But definitely a big reason it grew on me is when I left Bohemian Rhapsody and realized why it was doing what it did so well.
Yeah.
Because I really did not like Bohemian Rhapsody at all.
I loved it, but I recognize it's not a great movie. It's just, I just love Queen, and I had a fun time with it.
Well, like, it's not a terrible movie by any means. And, like, it was entertaining, and you got to listen to Queen music, and that's great. Like, I tell people, because, you know, since I work in a movie theater, I can't, like, say, hey, don't go see this movie. But I'm always telling people, like, go see it for an excuse to listen to Queen songs for 2 hours. It's great for that reason. And Rami Malek is a revelation. I mean, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Movie. And I think that could have been a performance that was very Gary Oldman in different hands. Very wig and teeth impression, not really conveying much other than that. But, like, he got the movement down. He had the swagger down. He had everything down in that role. It was insane.
Well, yeah, I wasn't sold at first, but about 30 minutes in, I thought he really transformed.
The first 5 to 10 minutes, I was like, oh no.
The first half of the movie I thought was like really bad, and I thought it really picked up in the second, especially at the Live Aid sequence.
I feel that. The Live Aid sequence is phenomenal. It's amazing.
You know, the
second half's way better.
Took it over, like the guy who directed Eddie the Eagle.
Dexter.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
That guy, he only directed the Live Aid. So I feel like, and he's directing the Elton John movie. So I feel like if he can direct that whole movie like the Live Aid, it's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryan Singer's still getting work somehow. It's kind of disappointing.
It's sad, yeah. But Dexter Fletcher's getting a lot of work, and I'm happy because Eddie the Eagle's great.
Yeah, that's what. I'm sorry, I thought I heard something. I was watching Collider Live the other day.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, do you follow the Schmoes and their opinions? Any?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, if you don't know, Christian Harloff is like loves Bohemian Rhapsody. Like it's like one of his favorites of the year, if not his number one right now.
Yeah,
And they were talking about that whole thing with Bryan Singer and whether you should go like see the movie or not because of that, you know. And it was an interesting discussion. And what Harloff was saying is he goes, number one, it's like your choice. So like if you're not comfortable seeing it, then don't see it, you know. Like I'm not
yeah,
gonna force you. But he said, and I think a lot of people have agreed to this, but I think it's fair too, that if you're in a production of several 100,000 people making a movie, if one person gets striked down, then like those other people still did good work. You
exactly.
know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like Rami Malek did this amazing performance without really, and maybe like the Bryan Singer stuff was like kind of in rumors or talks or whatever, but maybe not as quite as certified like this happened. You know, right when I think it's different in what Paul Schrader's movie he wants with Kevin Spacey, because at that
yeah,
point everyone who signs on to that movie knows exactly what they're supporting.
exactly. Because you
Yeah.
don't know about this person beforehand. I feel like you can really appreciate their works. Like I obviously recognize that Woody Allen's a terrible person, but I love his like, previous movies
Mhm.
like Annie Hall and Midnight in Paris and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because like you watch the end credits of a movie,
Yeah,
you've got to know that at least two of those people are awful people. You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, because there's hundreds of people
yeah,
involved, so at least two or three of those people are like abysmal. I mean, even percentage wise of how many abysmal people there are to good people in the world, it's a bigger percentage than that,
yeah,
which is problematic. I think that's kind of the problematic stance in boycotting a lot of things, even though there are certainly things you should boycott and not participate in because you don't want to support people directly who are abusers at all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me, I obviously like recognize when I'm seeing a movie and someone attached to it is an awful person or an abuser. I recognize that, but I try to put it past. Like with Bohemian Rhapsody, I try to enjoy it because there's so many people that were part of that movie.
Yeah.
But like when it becomes a problem for me is when the director, like their awful personality, is projected into the movie. Like
Yeah. I think that's
that,
why
yeah,
Annie Hall doesn't work for me personally.
yeah, I get that.
Mhm.
Like for me, like that's why I won't watch the house that Jack built.
Yeah. Yeah. For certain. I
That,
completely agree with you there.
that just looks like it looks like trash to me, and
Mhm.
I understand why people are excited about it, but like I can't support someone who's like so clearly putting his like awful views into his movie.
Yeah, and that's the thing that for me as well is that if someone like if someone's like I really want to boycott this place, I don't agree with what this person has said, even though they're a part of like an entire company of people, that's completely your choice. Like I'm not saying hey don't do that. You know what I mean? Like no, if you morally are like no I can't do that, like yeah absolutely. You know I think
Yeah,
everyone's kind of different when it approaches. Anyways, I thought it was an interesting discussion. I've been hearing some people talk about it because of all those accusations that come up. You know,
yeah,
yeah, it's problematic because eventually in the future, of course, you're going to have movies in production, and then a big actor is going to get filed for something, or something like that's going to happen with the director, and then after that, you don't know. Again, the only issue with Bohemian Rhapsody is like, did um did they know? You know, whenever they hired him, did they know? And I don't really know about that. So,
yeah, exactly.
but anyway, that wasn't the reason I disliked the movie. I just didn't think it was that good.
No, I totally get that.
Yeah, but anyways, that was interesting. That was
That was a good
it was a
conversation.
good conversation. That was
Yeah,
kind of sort of integral to our Oscar podcast.
yeah.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
what other like categories and stuff do we have to talk about?
I've been really scatterbrained on it, but my question is best sound editing and sound mixing, the Oscar everyone cares about, right? You think it'll go to First Man or A Quiet Place, or like will they share both ones? Because I think those are the two.
Yeah. I think that both will go to First Man, but I think that A Quiet Place will be nominated for Best.
Yeah.
And you know how usually four of the nominees are the same, but one is different in each category?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, like, the different movies can be?
Okay, I have my list up right now, and I actually think two are going to be changed just because of the nature of the movies out this year.
Yeah.
So for Best Sound Editing, First Man, A Quiet Place, A Star Is Born, Mission Impossible Fallout, and Black Panther.
Dang.
Best Sound Mixing, First Man, A Quiet Place, Mary Poppins Returns, A Star Is Born, and Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Black Panther in both my lists, and I'm wondering why.
No, it makes sense.
Like, yeah, but now thinking about it, I don't really remember the sound editing in that movie.
The sound mixing in Bohemian Rhapsody is good, but I don't like the sound editing, which I know a lot of people like isn't the same thing, but it's not.
Wait, you mean in Black Panther?
No, in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think in not to go back on Bohemian Rhapsody, but there's scenes in that movie where we have an emotional beat and arc of Freddie Mercury, and then they play Under Pressure in the background.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. Yeah.
But the sound mixing, is it the sound mixing or the sound editing that's really good?
The sound mixing.
Yeah, the sound mixing.
Especially with like the Live Aid part. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Roma could get a nomination.
Because I mean, I'm not gonna prove to be like super integral to my sound knowledge, but as I know it, sound editing is like placement of sound in your movie, and sound mixing is like how you make the sound.
Yeah.
So if you've ever seen the way that people make sounds for movies, it's one of the most underrated professions in movies because it's insane.
Yeah.
The amount of time and effort it takes to actually figure out how to make like even just like simple crickets chirp and be like, we need the perfect chirp, you know?
Yeah. And sometimes they record sound from like it's not digital. Sometimes they record sound from like real life.
Oh yeah, most of it's real life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I was I was in a theater class and we were watching something about how they made sound, like they did sound mixing for I think Django Unchained or something, and there needed to be a scene where someone was punched really hard in the face. Now, of course, you're not actually going to punch someone really hard in the face on stage because that would hurt. And so they had to stage that, but you don't have that slap. You know, you have a boom. So they got the sound mixer, and they're like, "Hey, we need a slap noise." So like they got a wet towel and they slapped it really hard against a wooden panel, and boom, it sounded like a slap noise.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just like so sound mixing is underrated. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that'd be a cool job actually.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be kind of fun actually to come up with all that stuff.
Really neat.
Yeah,
like I'd like to work as like an intern sound mixer or something like that. That'd be a cool internship.
Okay, I have a question for you. You said that you barely saw Roma.
Well, not that I barely saw it, but the thing is, okay, what happened was I scheduled my TIFF, like my lineup so that I had 3 movies on Saturday, and my last movie was First Man at 9:30 at night. And then the next morning, I had The Hate You Give at like 9 in the morning, so I had to wake up at like 7. And I didn't end up falling asleep until like 2 that night. So I watched The Hate You Give, which is like 2.5 hours. And then right after I saw Roma, which is a black and white, like foreign film. So I kind of like, I was like, I watched the movie, but I didn't get the full experience because I was so tired and not into it.
Yeah, I got you. But
yeah,
my question for you is going to be, is the editing good?
Yeah. I don't think it'll win. Like, I think that First Man's got that in the bag. But
okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool. All right.
Like technically, it's like it's not a small it's a small story, but it's technically really big, so it'll definitely get nominated for like cinematography and editing and all of those technical categories.
Well, knowing Kron, there's a lot of really long takes, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The entire movie is long takes.
Yeah. It's not quite Birdman, but almost.
No, not for me.
Yeah. But
Wait,
yeah, I
no,
had
any YouTube
Vice.
director.
You know what's interesting? I had Vice in best editing, and the only reason for that is because of how well edited the trailer was.
Yeah, and Big Short one editing, didn't it?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like he's a great editor. So,
Mhm.
or
Well,
he doesn't edit his movies.
yeah, I
But
was
you
going
know,
to say,
yeah,
but he directs his
they're
editor how to
like
edit.
yeah, the types of movies he makes are like ones that are very finely edited.
Mm-hmm. No, it is interesting because I think people who like first start getting into movies, one thing that always confused me when I was like really young is what does the director actually do? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because like I always thought, oh yeah, the director's the guy who holds the camera and films the things, and then you learn, oh, there's a cinematographer, and then you're like, oh, well, did he write it? No, there's a writer. Did he edit it? No, there's an editor. I'm like, well, what does he do? But it's exactly what he does. He controls the whole process.
exactly.
So he says the shots that he wants, and he tells the editor the way he wants to edit it.
Yeah,
And screenplay is more of a screenwriter thing, but he can make edits to it, you know. So
exactly. It's basically the director's the visionary and the one that's bringing all these separate elements to screen.
mm-hmm. Like you couldn't make a movie without a single vision, or else it would be kind of bizarre.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Do you think that Alfonso Cuarón will win Best Director?
yeah. I think he's strong front runner at
Okay.
this point.
And I think we're saying that Best Actress is Lady Gaga's the win, right?
Yeah, it's not a very tough category this year.
I was kind of wondering because I think Emily Blunt's going to get in there for Poppins.
Oh, I'm noticing you don't have the number two that I have
Oh, do I not?
because my number two is Glenn Close.
Oh, yeah. I think I've been hearing a lot of like buzz about Glenn Close, but I don't think she'll get nominated. I don't know why. I could be completely wrong on this, but I've heard absolutely nothing about The Wife.
Well, the thing is, I've heard the wife's just not very good. So
Yeah,
I don't.
that's they do love Glenn Close, and I'm sure she's great.
Yeah, and I've heard she's really good, and she deserves to be nominated. I want to watch the wife before, like I I'm certain that she's a lock, but right now I have her in my prediction at number
I'll
two.
never
Or
watch.
no, number three. Olivia Colman's my number
I'll
three.
be completely honest here. I'm never gonna watch The Wife. I saw that trailer before Leave No Trace, and I was falling asleep during the trailer. I mean, respect to everyone involved in that movie. It's just not my movie. But and do you think? I think you said that Bradley Cooper was a lock, right, for Best Actor. Hello.
Hey, sorry, I disconnected.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh.
I'm back.
No, you're good. So you said Bradley Cooper was a lock for Best Actor, right?
I think so. Yeah, to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless Christian Bale's like absolutely amazing, but right now I think
Mm-hmm.
Cooper's got it.
Okay, supporting actress.
Oh, who do you have for supporting actress?
Okay, so I think mine could change. On Gold Derby, it's like outstandingly Regina King, right?
Yeah,
I thought Claire Foy was totally going to win that, but
yeah.
apparently Regina King is like super good at Beale Street.
I I don't think she should win. I think Claire Foy should, but uh, yeah, she's really good.
Mm-hmm. But like
But yeah,
on Gold Derby, she's 18 out of 5 chance, and Claire Foy 7 out of 1.
dang.
Yeah, so like they're really putting Regina King up there. which is
Oh,
interesting.
geez. Have you seen Gold Derby's like updated predictions? They have Nicole Kidman at 3 now, and they have Amy Adams not even getting in.
Oh, Nicole Kidman for a Destroyer?
No,
Oh,
for Boy
no, for
Erased.
Boy Erased. Oh, interesting. Weird.
She's great in that movie, actually.
Yeah. I think Adams will get a supporting nomination.
I think she will, but it depends if like based on that trailer, she was barely in that. Like it didn't seem like a very awards friendly role.
Yeah, I did not. I haven't seen Boy Erased, but I've seen a very very negative backlash against that movie
Oh
from a
yeah, for
lot
sure.
of people. So I don't even think the Oscars is going to want to approach nominating it because it'll just make people mad and not want to tune in for whatever reason. I
Possibly,
don't. Again, I haven't seen it, so I have no idea.
but I feel like the negative reaction from that movie has stemmed solely from like Letterboxd and Twitter. Like if you look at critics' reactions, most people really
Yeah,
like it.
most people are like liking it. Yeah, for sure. But
Yeah, and one thing that everyone's praising is the acting. So
mhm.
I think if anything, it could get if that movie's going to get nominated for anything, it's probably going to be Nicole Kidman.
Mhm. Oh, for adapted screenplay, we talked about original. For
Yeah,
adapted,
yeah,
I think Black Klansman's gonna win.
yeah, same. I think the only movie that I have like close to it is If Beale Street Could Talk.
Yeah, that's my number two.
Yeah,
And in Stars Born, it's number three. Like I think it's a good screenplay, but I still
yeah.
have issues with that screenplay. Number one and number two, I don't think that's what people are coming away with the movie talking about.
Oh yeah, that movie's like the main thing from that movie is the music and the acting,
Yeah.
not the writing.
Um, I put Can You Ever Forgive Me in the adapted screenplay,
Yeah, that's such a well written movie.
and Black Panther.
I actually have an interesting one. Okay, I have two. I had Widows, but I took it off because
Oh,
that movie's. I don't think it's going to get nominated for anything except for editing
I
at this point.
really hope not.
I don't like Widows at all.
I don't like that movie at all. It's really
I don't
bad.
get why people like it so much.
I'm so baffled by the critical reception of Windows of Widows because I sat
Yeah,
there and I was like, how is this not working?
I know, right? And
Um,
like, apparently he's a great director. Like, he did 12 Years
oh
a Slave and
yeah, I'm sure Steve
Shame, and
McQueen is
like,
great. Yeah. I haven't seen his other movies yet either, but for me,
yeah,
that movie felt like a movie that you a Sunday, Sunday you get home from church, you turn on the TV, you turn on the FX, Widows is on, and you fall asleep on the couch.
exactly. Yeah,
It feels like a
it's
cable
it's
movie.
yeah, it's not an awards worthy movie at
No.
all.
I think if anything deserves anything, Daniel Kaluuya for supporting actor because he's the best part.
He's scary in that
Yeah,
movie.
he's really this the scene in the bowling alley and the scene in the basketball court are the two best scenes in the movie.
Yeah,
And but
I,
he gets side shafted and then kind of just nothing happens to his character really. It's
yeah,
kind of
he
dumb.
he's amazing in it, but his character is not developed at all.
Yeah, the dog was the best part.
Yeah,
That's the same dog in Game Night.
actually,
Yeah,
oh dang,
I forget what his name is, but that'd be great if he was in another movie. So we had like three. I'm trying to think what its name was, but yeah, someone's like you should get a best supporting pet of the year nomination.
there should be best performance by an animal.
Do you remember whenever the dog from The Artist had his own seat at the Oscars?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was great.
he like passed away 2 years ago. I read that and I was sad for the rest of the day.
Oh,
I know. I
he
know
was so
dogs
good
don't
in
live
that
that
movie.
long, but like, come on.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, cinematography, right?
Oh yeah,
You
that's a tight race.
you said that Beetle Street Could Talk has
Oh wait,
amazing
I never.
cinematography. What?
Wait, you're cutting out.
Oh, am I? Am I better?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay. You said If Beale Street Could Talk has like amazing cinematography, right?
Yeah, it's like amazing.
So that'll get in
It's
there.
like Moonlight. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right now I have Roma, Beale Street, First Man, The Favorite, and A Star Is Born.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, sorry, I disconnected. I'm
Okay,
back.
no, you're good. So, you think A Star Is Born will get best cinematography?
Yeah, but didn't something happen with the cinematographer? Like, didn't he do something that was in the news that was like,
Did he?
I don't know, really bad?
We can't even keep up anymore. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I don't know. I don't think it should be nominated for cinematography, but I think it probably will be.
Yeah. What, A Star Is Born?
Yeah, I mean it's good. It looks nice, but
The like the concert scenes are really well shot, but
Mhm.
other than that, there's not really.
You know he also did the cinematography for Venom.
Yeah, and they were both released the same day.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he was arrested.
Yeah, that's what happened.
The heck.
Yeah, so I feel like if anything, that could kind of kill its chances.
Cinematographer Matthew LeBlake has been arrested and charged with assaulting first responders in Poland. The Associated Press reports he was in Poland attending this year's International Film Festival of the Art of Cinematography. Camera image Stars Born was selected to compete in the festival's main competition. According to the AP, the altercation between his last name and his first responders occurred Tuesday, November 13th in the I can't pronounce anything. Anyways, yeah. He was
Yeah,
reportedly intoxicated and seen staggering around the location. Yeah, that's not good.
I think it could still be nominated just because I feel like there are five really strong movies, and it's one of them, like in
Yeah.
terms of cinematography. But at the same time, I don't think it's anywhere near the level of like First Man or Roma or Beale Street in terms of like how it's shot.
Yeah, I've got you.
The Favorite could end up getting in there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited for The Favorite, and I
Yeah.
don't like the other side at all.
I loved Killing of a Sacred Deer, but did not like The Lobster. So,
Yeah, I feel like I would not like Dogtooth at all.
oh yeah, yeah. I haven't. I probably won't even ever see that movie.
Insane.
Um,
Okay, here's a weird one, but if A Star Is Born doesn't get nominated for cinematography, do you think Ballad of Buster Scruggs could?
ooh, that's interesting.
Because
Maybe.
it's like the one thing I've been hearing a lot of people talking about when it comes to that movie is cinematography.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That movie looks really nice. You saw it, right?
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a little less than okay.
Yeah, it's not
But
very good.
well, here's the thing. This is my thoughts, right? I felt like the Coen Brothers had about six really cool ideas for movies, and they started them all really well. The end. That
Exactly.
was the
Yeah.
movie. There was no real payoff to it. There was I get that it was an anthology, so there need to be no connection, but like I felt no release by any of it. I don't. That sounded wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, it felt
There was no
like
catharsis.
yeah, it felt like five pilots for TV shows.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It felt like five strong beginnings for movies that we'll never see the ending to, and I was kind of really sad about that.
Yeah. It
I,
was like I don't know. It was whatever. I don't really consider it a movie, but
yeah, it was supposed to be a series. I think it would have worked better there. I think
yeah,
if they did the Black Mirror approach and maybe made like hour long episodes of all these things and it was an anthology, it could have been really cool.
yeah, I
Um,
would have liked it.
the one, let's see, the two that were the good ones, I think, were the very first one, which is hilarious,
Yeah.
and the one with the girl.
Oh, I really liked with Zoe Kazan, right?
Yeah, the one that one was kind of dragging for me until the very end with the Indians. That was the best part of the
Yeah,
movie. That was really nice.
it's weird because everyone else is saying that's the worst one, and I'm like, I love that one.
I was agreeing because I thought it dragged like in a certain place, but I thought the ending of it was so good because I felt like that was the only one that
Yeah,
really actually paid off. My least favorite one was the very last one. That one was boring.
yeah.
That one was so dull, and it's not because people are just sitting there talking. I just did not like the people sitting there talking.
The one that I was kind of frustrated with was the fourth one, the guy in the mine trying to find gold.
Oh, I kind of liked that one. It was silent. That was cool for the
I
most part.
liked it too, but it felt like nothing happened.
Oh, what about the meal ticket one? The guy with no arms or legs?
So it's so bad.
Okay, that one just ended. That was so. I think that's whenever it lost me because the one with James Franco, I thought ended a little abruptly, but I was like, that was still cool. You know, like
Yeah.
this isn't a bad movie by any means. But the meal ticket one, I was like, what was the point of that at all? I don't get
You know,
it.
it was so bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if I missed something. Like this could be my own ignorance, but my word.
I don't know. It's weird. It's when you ask people who watch the movie, they all have different rankings for shorts.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how I'd rank mine. I think the first one's my favorite one. I like the Buster Scruggs character. I think he's really funny.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And then probably the one with the girl. Is probably the second best.
Yeah, for me it's switched. But yeah.
And the next one's probably James Franco one.
Yeah,
And
yeah, probably for me
then the
too.
one where he's mining.
And then yeah,
And
I
then
hated the last one.
yeah,
I
the
couldn't
last
even
one's
watch.
dead last. And then Meal Ticket's the one above that.
I don't know. Both of them are awful.
Yeah.
You know, Ticket and the last one.
Yeah, the other ones were fine. So
Yeah, so it was okay.
yeah, it's okay.
Was it?
I gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
I think I gave it a really light 3 because I really liked the fifth and first one.
Yeah. I got you. And great. We just went off on a full review for the Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
I feel like we do have like only a few more categories to talk about.
Yeah. What? Let's see. What are some? Oh, best costume design.
Oh, we haven't done that yet.
Mm-hmm. The favorite winning, so we can.
Oh yeah, there's no like I don't think anything's going to
It's
be
got
the favorite.
17 out of 5. Yeah. Other one: Poppins Returns, Black Panther, Fantastic Beasts 2, Mary Queen of Scots.
I don't think Fantastic Beasts is getting in at this point because there's such a backlash against that movie.
My word, there is, but I think it still will. Suicide Squad was in best makeup.
Yeah, that's true, but Suicide Squad deserved it more than Fantastic Beasts does.
Fantastic
Like
Beasts had
Fantastic,
nice costumes. I mean,
it's yeah, but like Suicide Squad had really good makeup for Killer Croc.
mm-hmm. I would. You might think this is absurd, but I actually would not mind if Fantastic Beasts 2 got a Best Visual Effects nomination. Because
No, I wouldn't mind
I
either.
actually think the effects in that movie are really solid. Like Fantastic Beasts 2, I don't hate nearly as much as everyone else on the internet at this point.
Yeah,
I think it's by far and away the worst Harry Potter Wizarding World movie thus far. Because it's the first one that like if someone's like here's a fresh tomato and a rotten tomato, which one would you give it? I would have to squash it, even though I'm right on the line. And the reason I'm right on the line is because I think a lot about it works. I think a lot of people kind of forget what works in it. But all the stuff that works is what worked about the first Fantastic Beasts for me. Is like I like Newt Scamander, I like the creatures that he had in his briefcase and kind of that whimsy. And I think kind of what J.K. Rowling did was kind of betrayed those characters in this one. You know, I didn't feel like a Fantastic Beasts movie at all.
She just kind of introduced more characters without really developing them, and nothing really happened. Like you could skip this movie and go on to the next one, and you're not really missing much. It just felt like filler.
Yeah. What made me the most mad about Fantastic Beasts?
What?
Credence. The worst character and maybe everything.
And the problem is, Credence is like the main character in that movie.
Yes.
So,
and he's as interesting as a cheese wheel. Like, there's nothing to him. And,
I know, right?
and it's not
That's
Ezra
probably the
Miller.
best.
It's not Ezra Miller's fault. We obviously know that the dude can be personable, even though he was Flash and that was awful, and he's Credence and that's awful. So he needs to get a better agent. But
Yeah, he's
my
great
word,
in Perks of Being Wallflower.
yeah, every line he says in that movie, I was just like, stop talking.
Yeah.
Because like I think Eddie Redmayne's really interesting and he's cool. I know that's a controversial opinion, but I like him, and I liked the uncle from the Goldbergs. What's his name? Jacob. Jacob. Yeah, he's the best in all those movies, you know. And like I like those
don't like
characters.
Jacob.
You know,
No.
I like those characters. I like the dynamic. I like the creatures that he puts in his briefcase, and that's what made the first movie, in my opinion, work. I really like the first one. I know people are divided on it, but I thought it was good. And since it betrayed that, then, you know,
Yeah.
so
I just, as a massive Harry Potter fan, and I know you are too.
yeah,
Like, I don't know. I just feel like these ones don't capture the magic.
no, not at all. Well,
Yeah. Feels more like fan fiction.
it's a different magic, and I think that's how it worked in the first one. But the second one was just like a bunch of people standing around telling you things, and I'm like, I could pick up the textbook. There's no reason for me to watch this. I could pick up the textbook and read about this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
There's no magic to it.
Yeah. Anyway, we went off on a tangent again. What else do we have to talk about real quick?
Oh, for costume design, I just want to say I think Crazy Rich Asians is going to get in this.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't agree with you, but you could totally be right on that.
What if Suspiria got in?
Oh, that would be awesome. I know you hate that movie, but my word.
I hate it, but I wouldn't mind if it got a costume design nomination.
Dude, if we got a Best Picture nomination, that'd be pretty cool.
I boycott. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't, but still.
Actually, I think that's like... Ooh, Suspiria for production design. I did not even think about.
I think Suspiria could actually get a score nomination.
Oh, yeah.
I think it actually has a pretty good shot.
I love the score in Suspiria. I'd love if Suspiria was nominated for Best Song.
Yeah, I don't know if it has enough buzz to be, but it should. It's a great song.
If I do like a show of the end of the year thing, and I had to put down my biggest surprise of the year, it would absolutely be that movie because I thought I was going to hate it, and I ended up really, really liking it.
For me, it would probably end up being The Hate U Give because I did not expect to like that movie.
I never saw it. I really need to.
It's not out on like online yet or on DVD, but you should watch it when it does.
You're giving away our piracy, Tristan.
Oh, rip, sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's not on iTunes yet.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. You want to be blocked off of Tumblr, you know? Do you hear about that whole controversy?
No, I haven't.
So you know Tumblr, right?
Yeah.
The Tumblr space is filled with porn.
Wait, really?
Oh man, yeah. Like it's bad stuff. And Tumblr made a notice that they're going to take it all off. And people are so mad.
Oh shit.
It's so funny. People are like, no. Because like a lot of people like will draw. Like if you don't know, like drawing porn is like a really big phenomenon on Tumblr.
Oh,
and so like their
why I
artwork,
don't go on Tumblr.
so their artwork's gonna be taken off. So they're like, no. So like people are mad.
I haven't been on Tumblr in like forever. I went on, I don't know, I think there was like 1 week where I went on there just to look at like Naruto stuff. But other than that, I've never really been on Tumblr.
Yeah, I actually thought about making the Toybox'd website on Tumblr at one point, but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I thought Squarespace was the best choice for it.
Well, it looks awesome. I love that website.
Thank you.
We've got to post stuff on there.
I know. Actually, I checked last night, and this month we had 153 unique visitors, so that's pretty cool.
Whoa, that's like amazing.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, I did not expect that. So,
Did you promote it at all?
yeah, I did. It's in the bio of my Twitter and of my Instagram, and I promoted it a few times.
Still, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
So, even though there are no likes on the blog posts, but I don't know if people even know there's a like feature on the blog posts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 4 posts right now on the blog. 3 of them are from me, and 1 of them's from Ashitaka. So
I gotta post something on there.
yeah, post about what you had for breakfast.
Should I?
Yeah, actually, my sister's writing something for it right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. She's writing actually a character analysis about Wreck-It Ralph 2, and she was telling me about it, and it's going to be really interesting. So.
Oh, cool.
It's actually something it's interesting because we did not talk about it really whenever I posted my review, and I actually bring up what she's going to be writing about, but she's going in way more detail about it than I was. But I briefly mentioned that it was something that I really liked about the movie. So
yeah.
Anyways, it's pretty cool.
I gotta see that movie. I'm really
really
excited.
good. It's really good.
Maybe I'll see it tomorrow if I have time.
Yeah, I want to see Green Book still, but it's nowhere near me.
Yeah, I want to see Green Book too.
But like,
I don't know if I'm gonna like that movie though.
No, it'll probably be fine, but it's getting so much buzz.
Yeah, I heard like it's just super delightful and entertaining and fun.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we discussed everything that we needed to discuss.
Other than score.
Oh, score?
Yeah.
Okay. For score, that's interesting. Yeah, so Suspiria.
That's the only category we haven't done. Suspiria. Oh, foreign film.
Foreign film? Oh yeah, foreign film. Roma.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but isn't like Shoplifters? It's gonna get nominated, right? Burning,
Cold War, Shoplifters, and
Roma, and then another one.
I hope that Troll movie gets nominated.
Oh yeah, it's so weird.
The one where they ship bugs to critics' houses. Live bugs in the mail. I can't believe that's a thing.
Oh no. Yeah, they actually played that at my theater one time, and they said it was an advanced screening, and they have not like done its actual show.
Yeah, that's playing it too.
Is it?
Yeah. Maybe I'll see it.
I don't think it looks very good.
No, it looks terrible.
I'm really not into it.
Yeah, like for me, the only like this year I'm more interested in the foreign films than previous years.
Yeah,
because I really regret missing out on stuff like Tony Erdmann in 2016. So
yeah, same.
I'm gonna try and watch like Shoplifters and Burning and Cold War.
Yeah, I want to see them too, for sure. It depends on what I get to when I get to it, you know.
Cold War is online. Oh, let's say. Well, I already.
Okay, so score. Suspiria? We discussed?
Yeah.
What about Poppins?
I have not heard the score.
Me either. But it feels like a movie that could be nominated for score. Oh, The Beale Street Could Talk.
Beale Street's gonna win. Like that score is like one of the best ever, in my opinion.
Roma's completely silent, right?
Yeah, it's got like
music.
Noises and stuff, but it doesn't really have a score.
Okay. Black Klansman has a really good score.
Yeah, First Man has a really good score.
Oh yeah, First Man will be there, I think.
I think it'll be Beale Street, First Man, and Black Klansman are locked.
You know, would be a wild card.
What?
Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Oh, that has such a good score.
That score is wonderful.
I could see that.
What about Black Panther?
Maybe Isle of Dawn?
Maybe. I think Black Panther could definitely get a best score.
Oh yeah,
all that Panther drumming and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Mary Queen of Scots.
There's gonna be a really weird one. A Quiet Place. People will be so mad. Oh,
I
eighth grade.
love that.
Eighth grade.
Oh yeah,
That could get a best score nomination, maybe.
it should.
Yeah, it's a really good score. It's very interesting.
Yeah,
What else?
can't really think of anything. Apparently, Green Book has a really good score.
Yeah. How about Bohemian Rhapsody? Can you imagine? What if Bohemian Rhapsody, like the song, got nominated for Best Original Song?
That would be so good. Oh my gosh.
They should have in that movie written a new song for Queen to sing, just so they could have gotten a nomination.
I thought they were going to actually, at least in like the credits or something.
Yeah. Well,
Because did you know Adam Lambert's the lead singer of Queen now?
yeah. Which is very interesting.
Yeah, I mean he has a good voice.
Yeah. Did you see the Wicked? I don't know. Did you see the Wicked celebration on NBC?
No, I haven't.
Adam Lambert performed a song there. He was really good.
Yeah, didn't Ariana Grande do something?
Oh yeah, she stole the show, man. She was so good.
Yeah, she's got an amazing voice.
She does. Let's I could go off on an entire. Well, we're gonna have to do a podcast about music at some point.
Yeah,
I
we
could
should
go
do
on.
a podcast on like Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande and just talk about that.
I could go on for hours about what's wrong with music right now, but I think "Thank You Next" is the epitome of what is wrong with music right now.
And the problem is, it's not even like even close to the worst song on the charts.
Oh no, not at all, not at all.
Yeah,
I think the reason why is Ariana Grande is so incredibly talented. I mean, it's insane. And you see the video and all the detail that actually went into that video and how they crafted the story about all of her ex-boyfriends. Do you know there's actually even a theory that the Troye Sivan character is killed in the music video, and it makes total sense?
yeah. Didn't Karsten?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah. But there's so much detail involved in that music video, and she has an amazing voice. And not even that, I don't think the lyrics in "Thank You Next" are even that bad. I actually think it tells kind of a compelling narrative about her past experiences, but the music
Well,
itself.
I don't like
What?
I don't like the lyrics in the chorus. Like,
Yeah,
I'm so cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think this is really repetitive.
Yeah.
After a while, but ultimately, I think her biggest problem, Bruno Mars's biggest problem, Adele's biggest problem, Katy Perry's biggest problem. Katy Perry's lyrics are bad too, but their biggest problems are the fact that they have these multi-million-dollar corporation studios that want a very familiar beat, so they all mesh together on the radio, and it's really boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the problem is, like, artists like Lady Gaga and even Kesha last year, they came out with albums that were totally different from their original sound, and they just didn't do that well on the radio because people don't want to hear that.
Yeah, and they were good.
Yeah, they did well. Like the album sold really well.
Oh yeah, no, I was saying like they were good songs too.
Yeah, exactly. Like Lady Gaga went country, and like I mean, I thought it was pretty good.
But that's what, because you see these people that they go on live award shows that are performers, and they perform a song they didn't write, or that wasn't produced for them, and they're amazing.
Exactly.
Like, I'll never forget at the Oscars hearing Lady Gaga sing "The Sound of Music," and I was like, "Holy crap, she could actually do something!" Like, that was so good.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And that was Ariana Grande's Wicked moment, where I was like, "Oh, she could do something. She's just in the wrong studio right now."
Yeah, but the problem, like, I don't see Ariana Grande pulling a Lady Gaga. Like, Lady Gaga was already, like, she kind of represented the outcasts, and she already was kind of, like, cutting edge for the industry. I don't see, like, Ariana Grande's feeding right into it.
Yeah, well, for me, Ariana Grande right now is the next pop star of this generation of kids that are coming up. Like, Ariana Grande is the next Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
She's the next thing. And I think she sold herself so well on being the next thing that I think give it 5 to 10 years, she'll try to change her style a little bit. But I think it's going to be a while because her thing's selling like crazy right now. I mean,
Yeah.
she's one of the most famous people in the world. And it's kind of weird because, like, she started as a girl who starred in Victorious, as Kat. Like, it's weird all of a sudden she got all this press.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah. So, I remember one of my cousins was, like, obsessed with Ariana Grande before she was a thing and dressed up as her for Halloween. And Ariana Grande retweeted her and talked about how appreciative she was. So,
whoa,
that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's before she was, like, a huge thing, but, like, still cool. Anyway,
Yeah.
So I think we've discussed.
Oh yeah, she's
what?
Yeah.
What?
Oh no, I was gonna say she's definitely one of the biggest stars right now.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same with what happened. Why is Pete Davidson so popular too? How'd that happen?
I don't know. I think it's just because she dated him.
Yeah, but he's on SNL. I don't know.
That's true. I don't find him very funny.
I don't either. I don't really like his personality at all. I think he's kind of. He just seems like someone in high school that I would have tried to avoid at all costs.
Exactly, and I don't like. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but like, I don't think he's like compared to Ariana Grande. He's not very good looking.
Yeah, no, he's got like very dark eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird look.
I know it's not all about looks, but there's such a difference between her and Pete Davidson.
Yeah, no, I feel for sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, on that note, we are going to wrap up the podcast because I think we have discussed everything for our Oscar nominations. Hopefully you liked our side tangents too. So this is going to be our first. I think this went really well, actually. Because usually... Are you there?
Me? Yeah.
Because, okay. I heard this...
I'm kind of disconnecting, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. Because usually there's, like, it's big, massive chaos. So it's kind of good that we had a first one that was kind of streamlined.
Yeah,
so
that was really good.
Yeah, it's really good. Anyways, so Tristan, where can they find you?
You can find me at Movie Reviews 100 on Instagram, Movie Reviews 100 on Letterboxd, and I guess the Toybox'd website as well. I'm gonna start trying to post stuff on there.
Yeah. Just as a general thing, yeah, we have a Toybox'd website. Literally, there's no .weebly or anything. It's just .com. It's pretty great. It's TOYBOXD. It'll be in the description for sure. Check it out. We're going to be posting a lot of cool stuff there. We're going to start this empire. I'm Brett, runner of Toybox'd. You can follow me at Artpig Reviews on Twitter. You can follow me at Artpig_reviews on Instagram. And you can follow me at Artpig on Letterboxd. So pretty much just type in Artpig on whatever website and you'll probably find me somewhere. Unless someone's trying to impersonate me. Then call the police. Because they're probably trying to steal my identity. Anyways, see you guys later. Thanks. All right. Oh,
that was so good.
None of that recorded. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Did I scare you?